Oh.
Starting now.
Welcome
There
to
we
the
go.
Nbs Show, baby. We are here.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I am your host. I am Bumpy Bars today. You know what I'm saying? We rocking out all day long. This is what we doing right now. We talking NFL. We talking MLB. We talking NCAA. We got my boys in the building. How y'all feeling?
Yo, what's good, man? Keo, NBS Central. I'm looking forward to this NBS show today. What's good, X?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You not looking forward to this, X?
Y'all know I'm upset right now. Y'all know that.
I don't know nothing, man.
Don't do that. What's up, y'all? I'm here to talk about it, so let's get it popping.
All right, let's get to our first topic for tonight. And we're gonna kick things off with our winners and losers for this past week in the NFL. How we got it?
Go ahead, Bumpy.
Winners and losers. Well, you know, I think last night, after that Monday Night Football game, I'm calling the Raiders my losers, man, because they had the Chiefs in the bag. They had the Chiefs and they couldn't close it out. That makes no sense for the same man to get 4 touchdowns on y'all in the red zone. That is crazy. My NBS team didn't even nominate him this week, but it's all good. Hey, look, the Raiders, that was bad. The Raiders, that was bad. All right, y'all lost a lot of confidence last night. Your star receiver got a lawsuit coming down because he pushed down the cameraman in his way. A lot went on last night. Derek Carr lost confidence. They hurting. They hurting right now. That was in the bag, and that's one of the ones that take your heart and kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had a little bit of spark in you for the season. If you had a little bit left in you last night, it might be gone now. So that's why I got the Raiders as my losers. And my winners are, we going to keep it going with them Dallas Cowboys, baby, going to LA and getting a win over the champs when everybody thought it wasn't going to happen. Now, look, give or take, I know they're coming off a loss, but they still the Rams. We still got Cooper Rush. They were supposed to handle that. They didn't do it. So I got the Cowboys as my winners, man. You know what I'm saying? Going to Philly for them over the 5-0 team. We made that the biggest game of the year because of this win. Shout out to the Cowboys.
No, oh, God. I can't believe you, Bumpy. You know what?
You better believe it.
Enjoy it, Bumpy. It's not going to last forever. You might as well enjoy it today.
Well, let me enjoy it. Don't hate. Let me enjoy it.
Yeah, go ahead and enjoy it. All right, so my loser, I got to go with Bumpy's team. And Bumpy's going to say, what you mean my team? Bumpy, didn't you pick the Carolina Panthers to be pretty good this year?
I did. I did.
All right, so.
Hey, but hold up. Before you do that, don't ever say Carolina and Bumpy's team in the same sentence. Don't ever do that, but go ahead.
So, my good friend Bumpy, you know, he actually predicted the Carolina would be a decent team, a borderline.
Number 2 in that division, actually.
Borderline playoff team. Not just necessarily a playoff team, but borderline. I don't know if he picked them, he went on the ledge and picked them to make the playoffs, but borderline.
Yeah.
Well, we're in week 5. We're going into week 6. The Carolina Panthers were so excited. They got Christian McCaffrey back this year. And people like Bumpy had high hopes for him. Well, guess what? They are already without Matt Rule, their head coach, who got fired this past week. And no Baker Mayfield, who the team was excited about, maybe their next starting quarterback for the future. It's a complete
disaster.
Chaos. Yeah, turmoil in Carolina. I don't know what's going on, but by far they're my loser. When you lose your quarterback and the coach in the same week,
And
that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. So they're my loser. My biggest winner, I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to let Q have the other one because I'm pretty sure that's where he's going. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. And y'all might be like, X, you wildin'. But now there's no team that don't have at least one win on the season. Every team has at least one win. So shout out to Houston. You're not going to become a meme. You're not going to become these gifts and all this nonsense going on about never winning a game. So they got him a win. So I'm going to give him some props. And shout out to Damian Pierce, man. That boy looked good, man. Shout out to him, man. But I'm going with Houston as my biggest winner.
My biggest loser, I'm going with you, X. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers. They lost their head coach less than 3 seasons. He's out. They paid them some big money.
Man, they been lost that dude like 3 games ago, man. He wasn't here.
I mean, they could have went with Joe Brady if they wanted to, but they went with Matt Rule. He went into the season on the hot seat, and the hot seat's over because he got fired, especially off to a 1-4 start. And they got blown out by the Niners 37-15 to add insult to injury, man. I don't know where this team goes next, but it's trending down, man. And 1-4 is very bad right now for the Carolina Panthers. So I got them as my losers. For my winners, man, I'm gonna go with the New York Giants as my winners.
I knew it. That's why I didn't do it. Because I knew that's where he was going.
Shout out, I know he's gonna hear this.
He went with
and
the
I actually,
NFC.
I know this person's gonna hear this, and I actually personally invited him on the Nbs show. Shout out to the homie Vodafly. He's a big Giants fan. I be going back and forth with him a lot when it comes to the Giants and Cowboys. He was trolling everybody from NBS because everybody from the NBS team picked Green Bay to beat the New York Giants, but nobody would have thought that the Giants would have won this game. Vodafly, you didn't know that the Giants were gonna win this game like that. And you can spin it however you want to spin it, man. But no, I don't think nobody believed that the Giants would have won this game. And the Giants, they definitely did their thing, man. They had the game plan. Daniel Jones, he ran the ball well. He threw the ball well also. They had several wildcat plays for Saquon Barkley also. And the defense actually shut down Aaron Rodgers in the second half, limiting him to under 100 yards passing. And they made them look really regular in this game. And I was just surprised by it. AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, their running game wasn't effective at all. Got to give credit to the Giants defense, man. And the Giants, they only got one loss right now, man. And, people are not talking about them enough. I think
they are. They're talking about on ESPN everywhere. We ain't never hear no more.
No, they're talking about the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants are not really.
That's only on Undisputed. That's only on Undisputed.
That's the Giants and Cowboys are not really a conversation right now because that they haven't really beaten anybody outside of from what we just seen against Green Bay. So that was an impressive win, though. I want to see if they could continue to keep winning like this. They got a tough task against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, so we'll definitely see what they could do against them. So I definitely got them as my winners. With that being said, man, we're going to move on to our NFL Power 5 rankings after 5 weeks of football.
Look at that. You want me to go first? Okay, I'll go first. This ain't that hard, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot didn't change, only a little bit for me. I still got the Eagles at number 1. I feel like they did what they was having their business. I feel like they are still the 5-0 team left in the league. I like the way they playing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know some teams made some big step-ups this week. Some teams look crazy better this week. But the Eagles still they're supposed to do. They 5-0. I got them at number 1 until somebody beats them. See y'all next week. But anyway, Buffalo Bills. It's just about the way they playing, man. I feel like whenever a little bit of pressure's on them or they feel like they back might be against the wall, somebody might be on their bumper a little bit, they just take off and they show levels and why they are one of the best teams in the NFL. So I got them at number 2. And number 3, I got the Chiefs, man. That was a crazy comeback last night. And that was the championship pedigree of the Chiefs that we've seen. And I feel like if they can play like that, it's going to be hard to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So number 4, Cowboys. I still got them at the number 4 spot. They didn't move. They didn't change. And they kept their spot. They held that down. Nobody took that. And at number 5, I got Frisco, man. I feel like Frisco's defense has no choice but to be in the top 5. And if Cowboys and the Chiefs don't hold on, Frisco can take their spots in a heartbeat. That's how crazy they can catch on. Garoppolo, I don't want you to catch on, but if you do, I know it can happen, all right? But shout out to y'all.
All
That's what I
right.
got going on for my top 5. Ain't too much change for me last week, man.
Well, I will say this. We have the same 5. It's just in a different order. So I'm going to start with number 5. I got the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all know I always do all the analytics with it. Plus 21. They've scored 93 points, given up 72 points, which is second best in the league. 72 points is crazy. They never gave up more than 20 points. We never gave up 20 points in any game this year. Cowboys defense is for real. Their offense has to do more, in my opinion, for me to put them a little higher. So I'm going to go with them at 5. At 4, the number 1 defense in football, the San Francisco 49ers, only giving up 61 points this entire season. They're a plus 47. They've scored 108. They've only given up 61. Man, they lost the first game, I know, but it was with Trey Lance at quarterback. This is a different team with Jimmy G at quarterback. I'm just saying. So I'm going with them at 4. At 3, Buffy. I'm going with Philadelphia at 3.
Oh, what?
Philadelphia's at 3. I know they're undefeated. They're a plus 47, just like the 49ers. They've scored 135. They've given up 88, which is not bad, but not great. So I'm going to say the Eagles come in at 3.
Now, that's the only reason?
Yeah, I mean, and they haven't played the best competition either, the Eagles.
All right, come on. I want to hear the rest of this.
All right. The Chiefs, the highest scoring team, coming in number 2. They are the highest scoring team in the NFL, but their defense is not really that good. They've given up 125 points this year. That's a plus 34. They have played some teams I think are actually really good, even though their record may not say that, like the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to shake back moving forward. The Colts are 2-2. The Bucks have a winning record. The Chargers is decent, and the Cardinals are decent. That's a tough schedule. So I'm still going to say the Chiefs are going to be better on defense, but right now I got them at 2. And at number 1, and it's really not even close, y'all. I know a lot of people are going to say XU wildin'. I got the Buffalo Bills.
It's not close?
The Buffalo Bills, check this stat out. They're a plus 91. So let's put that into context. They've scored the second most points in the league at 152. There's only 2 teams that scored more than 150, and that's the Bills and the Chiefs.
Whose schedule was harder?
Huh?
Whose schedule was harder, Bills or the Chiefs?
The Bills had the Rams, Dolphins, Ravens, Titans, and the Steelers. That's not good. But the rest is a tough little schedule. But here's the kicker to that. The Bills are tied with the 49ers as the best defense in football. They've only given up 61 points. That is mind-boggling. Buffalo's a different type of team to me. They lost to the Dolphins by a very close margin with Tua there, with those weapons in Miami, in the heat. I'm telling y'all, I just think Buffalo's head and shoulders above everybody else. Josh Allen is different. And I want to say something that Keo brought up earlier. I got a question for y'all. You know where Joe Brady's at right now, Keo?
Joe Brady. He's with the Bills.
He's the Buffalo Bills quarterbacks coach. How ironic is that? Josh Allen, he played great last year, but this year He's playing even better. And lo and behold, Joe Brady's his quarterback coach. I'm just saying, I think Buffalo's just the best team in football. It's no knock to the Chiefs. It's no knock to the Eagles. That's not bad that they come in 2-3. But the Bills, to me, are the cream of the crop.
Um. Okay. Mine is at number 5. I got the San Francisco 49ers. They've had some impressive wins. The running game, the way Jimmy Garoppolo's been playing, I think they've been playing really well. I want to see how they do against as the competition heats up. I know they did that against the Carolina Panthers. So I got them at 5. Number 4, I still got the Dallas Cowboys at number 4. Um, um, I thought it was I did pick against the Cowboys. I'll be the first to say that. Yep, I did pick against them. I thought the Rams were going to beat them, but obviously the formula with the running game and the defense propelled the Cowboys to win this game. So I got the Cowboys at 4. Number 3, still stay the same for me once again. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I got the Eagles despite them being undefeated. They've been beating everybody who they're supposed to beat, and they're getting healthy. They're good at both sides of the ball. They got a huge test against the Dallas Cowboys um, this upcoming week. So I got them at 3. Number 2, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills at number 2. I like the way Josh Allen's been playing. Um, the only problem that I have with the Bills is that their running game. I've been saying that all season that they do not have a running game. Josh Allen has led the team in rushing in 4 out of the 5 games. He's the second quarterback to do that outside of Lamar Jackson in 2021. But outside of that, man, he's operating the ball at a high level, MVP candidate, and they got a tough test this upcoming week also, man. So we'll see what Josh Allen and the Bills could do. And at number 1, man, I've been having them at 1 since last week. Stay number 1, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. Like you said, defense is the issue, but I think the main concern is when it comes to the defense in the red zone. That's where they give a lot of those points. They're allowing touchdowns over 80% against their opponents when they're inside the red zone. I think that's like the worst in the league. So that's a huge flaw. They got to figure that out. But they've been able to do this without Tyreek Hill. People said they couldn't do it without Tyreek Hill, and they're still figured out how to do this without Tyreek Hill with guys like Juju Smith, Kelsey. You seen what he did. You had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, great alongside when you got somebody like Patrick Mahomes. So I got the Chiefs at 1, and those are my Power 5 rankings after 5 weeks of football.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to our very next topic, and that is we're gonna talk about the Cowboys and Eagles, huge matchup, man. So with that being said, man, are the Eagles a better team than the Cowboys without Dak Prescott?
Go ahead, Bumpy. Let's hear this.
I'd rather hear you first. I'd rather hear you.
I mean, first of all, let's do this. We don't have to ask this question because y'all all just said the answer in the power ranking. Y'all just said the Eagles are a better team than the Cowboys. Y'all just said that. Without saying it, you said it. Yes, the Eagles are a better team. Now, the Cowboys defense is phenomenal. I won't shortchange them there. They can win any game because of that defense. If they can get Ezekiel Elliott going in the running game, I know Tony P had a good run, but if they can both play like a smash and dash type of thing with them two, and then play that great defense, they're going to be tough to beat. But I just think that Philly's decent enough on defense. They've only given up 88 points this season. My only question is they didn't really play great teams offensively, so I'm a little concerned about that number. But offensively, I trust them a lot more than I trust Dallas because I believe that Jalen Hurts could be the difference maker in that game. I'm not saying for sure that the Eagles are going to win that game, but I am saying if they played a 7-game series, I think the Eagles would win majority of those games.
They are one position better than us. Right now, they are one position out of everything on the field. All they got better than us is Jalen Hurts, man. I don't care what you can break it down.
Think the weapons are better?
Huh?
You don't think the Eagles' weapons are better?
Who?
Brown and Devontae Smith?
They cool. Yeah, I like them, but they not better than us. You know what I'm saying? CD is better than them, man. I want to hear that. Gallup, when his first game back, he scored. Get up out of here. All we need is Dak. Hold up, dog. Look, they cool, right? But like they said before, they ain't really played nobody. Now they about to play a defense that's going to be in Jalen Hurts' face throughout the whole game. A defense that he's never seen all year long. All right, now, if you go down from the offensive line to the defensive line to the safeties to everything else, only thing you can argue is the receivers. You can't argue nothing else. Besides that, it's just the quarterback. And then when Dak is there, that shuts that up to me. So, for me, you know, they're a better team by one position, and that's why they're beating us by one game in this whole race. But, you know, I shout out to them. They doing their thing. They are solid all the way around. Like, they got a really good team, and I'm not feeling like I'm going to run through them and then, like, I'm nervous for this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do. I'm kind of nervous, but I got confidence, and I know what my team got. I know we are definitely just as good as them everywhere else. So I don't want to hear too much about that. You put a little bit of extra over there, but it's all good.
You said they were better. That's all I'm saying.
One position.
Go ahead, Kyo.
Of course, Eagles is a better team than Cowboys. Out Dak Prescott. I do think that, you know, Cooper Rush, he's made it work the last 4 weeks. But obviously he had a lot of help from the Cowboys' amazing defense. I think Dan Quinn's group, what the Cowboys have, is going to be one of Philadelphia's toughest challenges this season, because they've never just faced a defense like this. And I just want to see how Jalen Hurts plays against an elite defense like the Dallas Cowboys right now. So it's going to be a huge test for him. I'm curious to see how Philly manages this game with Jalen Hurts, because you know the secondary is huge also, and the Cowboys rush defense is huge also. So I'm curious how this is going to all play out. I'm curious how the Dallas Cowboys are going to game plan with this game. Are they going to stick to the formula? Are they going to sling that ball? Because, you know, Philadelphia,
stick to the
they
formula,
can't score
baby. It's working.
You know, Philadelphia, they can score in bunches, though, man. But if you go into, you know, a shootout with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles and the weapons that they have, I think that's a very bad idea. And I just think that, you know, they should just manage the game the way they've been able to do throughout this season. So I do think the Eagles have a better team without Dak Prescott right now.
Are you picking against us twice in a row?
We'll see.
Hey, I will say
okay.
This.
All right.
Don't agree with this. I know a lot of people don't agree with this. We talked about Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. I like y'all style of play like this better than I like y'all style of play the other way.
I feel like we put more pressure, more risk with Dak. Right now, we play working, but
that's right.
With Dak, they let him like run loose and certain things don't go right.
That's
but
right.
I feel what you're saying.
And sometimes he puts your defense in bad situations because he takes the risk. Cooper Rush is not taking the big risk. He's just, if he has to punt the ball, he goes 3 and out, punt the ball, play defense. You have to drive the field against that defense. I like that formula.
Me too.
All right, there you go. Let's go to our next topic, and we're gonna play a little game really quick. It's called Contenders and Pretenders. I'm gonna say a couple teams' names. I'm gonna say a couple of teams' name, and you tell me if contenders or pretenders. As
Okay.
okay. All right, let's go with our first team. We got the New York Giants, who are 4-1 right now. Are they contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders. Hey, look, they good, but they ain't did a whole lot. Now, you know what? To me, they're the most closest out of the borderline because, like, they did just beat Green Bay, which is not really easy to do. But I don't feel like they've shown dominance over anything like that to where it's like, oh, they're really here for real. I haven't seen that from them. I just seen them do their thing and get some wins. So me, for right now, pretenders.
Yeah, I'm going pretender. I think it's more about their outside weapons. Yeah, you got Saquon Barkley, but your receiving core has to do more, in my opinion. Daniel Jones, he's been okay. But ultimately, I don't think that he can beat an elite team on a consistent basis. Would it surprise me if they didn't even make the playoffs? Absolutely not. Now, they could make it because of their style of play. They're finding ways to get Saquon Barkley the ball, but they have to have other options outside of Saquon. If that happens, then, hey, we can see something different moving forward. Well, something that they've been doing, they've been winning. So keep it up. Continue it.
I gotta go with pretenders, man. I'm not sold by them by the play, even though they got the wins. It's just not. It just doesn't say, damn, this team is gonna be a problem to deal with. It's like one of those stretches that you have. You just get on this little winning streak, but eventually it's gonna come down to it where you're just gonna start losing these games. And I just thought, they just been, I guess they've been getting a little lucky as of late. So I'm gonna go with pretenders. I'm not sold by them. I think there's at least 3 or 4 teams that could beat the New York Giants if you put them on a neutral site. So I'm going with pretenders. All right, let's go to our next team that we have. Let's go with the Tennessee Titans.
What? What?
Hey man, they got on a little winning streak. So come on, are they contenders?
Man,
or pretenders?
pretenders, man. I don't. They got a cool. What the little? You talking about these 2 wins they got? Come on, man. They ain't did nothing yet, dog. We know what Tennessee really look like, man. They ain't did nothing yet. Right now, they've proven nothing to be a contender. Like Tennessee is nowhere in the echelon of nothing. So
when I think of a contender, I think of a team that can actually win the championship, and they have 0% chance of winning the championship. In my humble opinion. Now look, Tennessee Titans fans, shout out to my boy Drew, man. Drew, look, don't get mad. I'm just telling you what I see. I don't see a Super Bowl contender. I think they're definitely a pretender. I wouldn't even be surprised they still end up being the last team in the division. And I know people can laugh about that because they're first right now. They got 3 wins. We get it. But I just don't see them like that. The Titans are not a contender.
Okay, I'm going with pretenders also. I don't even have them winning the division. I never been high on this team to start with, so I'm going with pretenders. All right, I'm gonna go 2 more. We got the defending Super Bowl champions, LA Rams.
that's a pretty good one, man. You know what?
That's a good one.
I feel like the Rams can catch. Like it's not too late. Just like even for like look, the Raiders got their butt up last night. I feel like they can still catch on right now and get it and make a run. But the Rams got way more of a chance than me. I feel like it's just a few certain things on with the Rams. Definitely the running game is messing them up right now. Cam Akers, I don't know, he is MIA. But Stafford got to get it together, and they got to open up more weapons. Though all they try to do is get Cup open, and they leave everybody else covered. They ain't got no scheme for Robinson. They got no scheme. Oh, they got a little bit for Higbee. Higbee beginners, but that's it. I don't know. They're starting to look kind of crazy over there the way they just going these 2 people, and they're not using all the weapons that they have on that team. But if I had to call them pretender or contender right in this second, I would still call the Rams a contender, though. I'm not going to even back on them right now. I'm not going to play them like they just, you know what I mean? I feel like they're a little off, but when they get on, they on.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with you. I got them as a contender, and I'm going to tell you why. We just gave our Power 5 rankings, and they lost to 3 of the 5 teams in those rankings. The Bills, Cowboys, 49ers. And they were in 2 of those games. The Bills beat them down, but the other 2 games wasn't far off. I'm not sitting there saying they were going to win. They do need another weapon. Allen Robinson has to step up. The running game needs to get better. Is Odell Beckham the answer? I don't know. Van Jefferson, he's about to get healthy, a little bit more healthy. I don't know, but they're not far off because the 3 teams they lost to, that's the 3 best defenses in football, people.
Back.
That's the 3 best defenses in football. So now you only get the Niners one more time, and everybody else, you get the Cardinals twice, the Seahawks twice. Come on, man. They're going to start to pick it
Now
up.
is the time they got to catch that run.
That's right. So I'm going to say contender still. But Matthew Stafford, I'm seeing you on every goddamn commercial out there. You better start playing better than that.
I'm going with contenders also. I think this team is too good, too talented to be struggling like this. And I think they'll figure it out, man. They obviously, they know what it takes to win a title. So I'm going with contenders, man. I think they'll figure this out. So I'm going with contenders. All right, last but not least, man. The Dallas Cowboys, man. Are they contenders or pretenders?
I mean, with a defense like that, you have no choice to call them a contender, man, because they can shut down any offense in the league. They can kick any offense, have a problem. They don't care who's the best offense, the Chiefs, the Bills. I guarantee the Cowboys play them, that offense don't look the same. It's just a fact. Just like the 49ers defense, you have to call them a contender just because of that. And the Cowboys have, to me, a little bit more than them. So I feel like you can't really count the Cowboys out. Like I said, man, we one player away from really clicking. Like, if Dak Prescott comes in and we catch a rhythm like this with him on, it's just going to be hard to beat us regardless because we have the right weapons in the right places. But I do feel people that, like, our receivers is still kind of suspect. But I feel like, they haven't showed there's too much of that suspect these last 3 games. Like, they've been there when it's time to be there. Gallup came right in and scored. CD was there when he had to be there. Like, I feel like they're doing what they got to do. I would like a little bit more on special teams, but they're definitely contenders.
Absolutely, they're contenders. That defense, I'm going to go a different route than what Bumpy said. Everybody keeps talking about Dak coming back. If they can get Zeke to be more of the old Zeke, I know you're asking a lot, but if Zeke turns into that bell cow, that horse, that way he was a couple of years ago, it doesn't have to be 100% old Zeke, 80% old Zeke. With Pollard coming in as a change of pace guy, this team could be scary. They can be scary. They can control the clock. If Zeke can help them control the clock, Rush or Dak doesn't turn the ball over, and CeeDee Lamb and Gallup and Schultz make plays when they have to, this team is a Super Bowl contender, no doubt about it. So I'm going to definitely say contender with that kind of defense. Look, he likes that. Look, he's smiling. Look, he likes when I say that about the Cowboys.
I do, but as much as it hurts me to say this,
What?
as long as Cooper Rush is the Dallas Cowboys quarterback,
is that what you're going off of, though? Just that?
I like right now at this presence right now, like if you're telling me if Cooper Rush get the Cowboys to clinch a playoff berth, yes, he got what it takes to do that. But to go to the Super Bowl, no, I don't think so. So I just don't think Cooper Rush is the answer to take me to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl.
Alex Smith did it. They the same goddamn thing.
No, Alex Smith is more of a
they game managers. Keo, stop hating, Keo. Cooper Rush.
I actually, it's funny you said that because I actually wrote down Alex Smith, Nick Foles, and I'll even give you one better, Trent Dilfer with a great defense.
I remember Trent Dilfer too.
So if you, and I know Alex Smith didn't win it, but went. Trent Dilfer wasn't a great quarterback. He managed the game. He managed the game. And that was a great defense here, and they ran the football with Jamal Lewis. If they take that, they can do some things with that team. I really believe it.
No, I don't. I don't think
They're
so,
showing it.
man.
That's why you know they're
I
showing it. Let's go.
I just think the Cowboys haven't faced a team that could put up points and budgets like that. So we'll see what they do.
The Rams,
Cincinnati,
the
Huh?
Bengals.
Cincinnati.
The Cincinnati don't go by what they did last year. They're struggling
They
this
still
year.
been doing it right now. Come on, man.
No,
We shut them down. We shut them down.
um, nah, they just haven't. I just that if they face somebody like a Green Bay, um, like
The
even
Giants shut down Green Bay in the
The
Sunday night.
Giants just
even
beat Green Bay. You saying
even
that's how
even
you feel
Minnesota.
about us, Keo? That's how
Even
you feel about us?
Minnesota,
Oh
even a team
God.
like Minnesota,
You know, you've been
I
picking
think
against us for 2 weeks. You know that, and now you tell us the pretenders. I'm what
no,
you
I
are
no,
just
I'm
so
no, I'm
suspect right now.
saying,
You are
I'm,
suspect.
I think he has like this.
He got a secret love for another
Yeah, like,
team.
no. This is the way he's trying not to jinx his team. He's trying to get a pick against them so that they can do great. I'm watching you, Keo.
oh man, no, but
Yeah.
I got them as contenders, man. Like, you telling me can they win the Super Bowl with Cooper Rush? No, I don't think so. I just think Dak Prescott gives them a better chance. So
Okay.
I'm going with pretenders. All right, so let's go to our next topic for tonight, and let's go to the last one since we're caught up on time right now. So the Monday night game, man, the Raiders decided to go for 2 points. Did they make the right decision? We talked about John Harbaugh last week. So right now, did they
Hey,
make
that
the
was
right
different though. It was 4 minutes left in this game.
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna
It
lie.
was
I know
4 minutes left in this game, dog.
I'm gonna say this. I tell y'all, man, hindsight is 2020. You can't sit here and say that because if they win the game, you're not sitting here saying questioning McDaniel about taking that chance. They even got the ball back and had a chance to win the game. So no, I'm not mad at him for going for two. I mean, he went for the win. When you in the famous words of Herm Edwards, you play to win the game. You don't just play.
But 4 minutes though, 4 minutes. 4:21 to be exact.
Hey, they got the ball back, Bumpy. They got the ball back.
But it would have been tied though. It would have been a different game.
Nah, I don't agree with that. It's easy to sit here and say that.
That's a different kind of mentality for the other team.
And Jacobs got in. Jacobs got in. Let's go, baby. Now, I don't have no issue with it. I would never have an issue with a guy going for the win. It's when you try not to lose. That's my biggest issue. When you're trying to slow pace it and you know that the team's going to get the ball back, try to go for the juggler and try to win the game, man. I don't have no issue with it.
But look, listen to me. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left with Pat Mahomes. They got Pat Mahomes.
That's why he went for it. Hey, he was scared that Patrick Mahomes was getting back on the field, and he wanted Patrick Mahomes to have to go beat him. And
I think they should have made Pat Mahomes have to do that. Don't give it to him. Make him do it.
man, I don't know, man. I'm going to. And the way Josh Jacobs was running the football last night, why would you not go for two? You had him on the ropes.
Apparently, they went too far in the damn road.
Josh McDaniels, he wants to call his own shots because if it was Bill Belichick wouldn't let him go for two. He would just have him kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal. What the fuck going for two for right now?
But I don't have a problem.
But that's why he wins championships. You know what I
mean? but I don't have a problem with what he did though, because obviously, you didn't want to give the ball Patrick Mahomes back the ball. The dude was he had another amazing game, and obviously the Raiders couldn't stop them at all, and they had no answers for Travis Kelce at all. So and being away also, and then the way the momentum is, I didn't have a problem with Josh McDaniels did. I mean,
and
obviously.
Bumpy, And one more thing, Q, I just want to. I'm sorry, excuse me. If they're up 1, right? Just put it in perspective. The Chiefs didn't have Harrison Butker. My man did hit a 50-yard, but he did miss a 40, 30-something yard field goal early in the game. What I'm saying to you is, you're only down 1. The chance are you're going to try to get him in field goal range. Patrick Mahomes trying to get his team in field goal range. And now you're putting all that pressure on a backup kicker to win the game for you.
Nah, man. You got to change the mentality of the team. Tie the game up, give your team more confidence, and make them think harder. Give your team more confidence and make them think harder. Don't make it easy on them.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. Go ahead, Q. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So let's go to our picks for this week. Last week, let's see how everybody did. Bumpy Bars, you went 1-0, 2-0, 2-2, 3-2. Oh, you went 5-2 with your picks this past week.
Not bad.
True, you went 1. You went 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5. You went 1-6 in your picks this past week.
There's no way.
Yeah,
who did that?
I'm about to tell you right now. You picked the Colts. They won.
Who?
You picked the Rams. I'm talking about X.
Oh shit! You was that bad, X?
You picked the Rams against the Cowboys. They lost. You picked Arizona against the Eagles. They lost. You picked the Packers against the Giants. They lost. You picked the Lions against the Patriots. They lost. You picked the Bengals against the Ravens. They lost. You picked the Raiders against the Chiefs. They lost. All right, man. Let's see. Let's see. I guess we know who know their football. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Who you picked?
Hey!
Okay, mine. I went 1-2. Oh, 1-3, 2-3, 2. I went 3-4 with my picks.
All right.
Was I number 1 this week?
You was number 1.
Yeah, you were.
I need a flyer. Bumpy Bars was number 1, in the NFL picks this week. Where my flyer at?
Later this week, I will be putting. Look at you.
You got 1 week right.
Where my flyer at?
Oh, God.
Why don't you calm down? I'll be putting up the total standings of the picks since we picked them since week 1. So we'll see who's in first place. You may have a good chance.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Okay. So we're not picking Thursday night games.
Yeah, we're picking it. Let's pick Thursday.
Are you the Commanders and the Chicago Bears?
I want to know what Bumpy gonna do. Now that's a pressure game because that's a toss up. Who you got, Bumpy?
You said Commanders versus who?
The Bears.
Where they playing at?
Chicago.
I got the Bears. Justin Fields finna go crazy. Watch this. Hey, Justin Fields is coming up a pretty good game. I got Justin Fields in Soldier Field, baby. Commanders are not that good.
They're not. They're 1-4.
Yeah, I got just. Hey, look, the Bears ain't that good either. But in Chicago, I'm riding with Justin Fields in Chicago, dog.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna pick the Bears, but just because you picked them, I got the Commanders.
Wow.
I'm going with the Commanders. They figure out a way to get it done. I got the Commanders with the upset.
Okay, let's.
Is that an upset?
Yo, who you got? I got the hook. Who you got?
I got the Commanders. I just think they're a better team.
You guys are not NFC East Cowboys. I know, Keo. There's something wrong with you.
All right, let's go. Let's go to Monday night game. We're gonna get to the Sunday night game in a minute, but we got the Broncos and the Chargers for the Monday night game.
Broncos and the Chargers. Go ahead, X.
Yeah, the Chargers. Are you kidding me? Did y'all watch Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson is horrible right now. I tried to warn y'all. I tried to warn all y'all. Duke, where you at, my dog? Did not tell you they wasn't going to be that good. The Chargers are going to win this game. It'll be a closer game than people think, but I got the Chargers winning this one.
Are they in L.A.?
Yes, they're in LA.
Yeah, I got the Chargers, man. I got the Chargers winning this game kind of easily too. I mean, I think they. Eckler been looking kind of wild. Mike Williams has stepped up his game. I don't know if the Denver defense can hold them two guys, man. So I got Chargers winning this game like I'm talking like 28-14 type stuff.
Okay.
So since that game, we've been seeing a lot of Russell Westbrook and Russell Wilson memes. And you're gonna continue to see that because I got the Chargers in this game, offense, running game, and the defense. Russell Wilson is not 100%. They're banged up on both sides of the ball, so I got the Chargers. All right, let's go to our next matchup. Shout out to Vodafly once again. I told him we would pick this game, and it's the Ravens versus the Giants. And the game is in New York.
Man, I got the Ravens. Hey, shout out to Vodafly. Man, I'm not picking against Lamar Jackson.
Hey, ain't Lamar coming off a loss, X?
Man, no, the Ravens.
No, they won. They won. They beat the Bengals.
Oh, they beat the Bengals.
They came back and won at the end. They were losing, but Burrow scored at the end. But then Lamar took them back down and scored again at the end. Justin Tucker hit a field goal to win the game, of course.
Is that right?
Yeah, I got Lamar Jackson and company.
How has the New York defense been? How's that front line been playing?
We'll see. We're gonna find out real soon. And then Bateman.
Wow.
Hey, Potter, I got Baltimore, motherfucker. Let's go, Lamar.
Yeah, man. I'm picking the Ravens in this game also, man. Like I said, I'm not sold on the Giants yet, man. And I know the Ravens, they do got a bad defense right now. I think they played a little bit better this past week, but I don't think you could stop Lamar Jackson, man. And the running game is getting a little bit better also with J.K. Dobbins in them. So I'm going with the Ravens in this game.
Do you think Saquon balls out?
I think he's gonna have. I think he'll be under 100 in this game.
Under 100? What you call X?
I think he has a good game. I think he
over or under?
Over under 100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
I'll say under rushing over total.
Passing it. Okay, got you.
All right. Let's go to our next game. The next two matchups that we're gonna do, big matchups. First one, we got the Bills versus the Chiefs, rematch from last year in the postseason.
Buffalo Bills by 15.
Hey,
30-15 Buffalo. 30-15 Buffalo.
I thought y'all were both gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna tell you, I'm with Bumpy here, and I'm not just with Bumpy as far as just them winning. I think they're gonna flex their muscles on Kansas City. I think they're going to take this one personal. I think they beat Kansas City by at least 14 points. I'm going to go 35-21. No, I'm going to go 35-20. I think Buffalo flexes their muscles in this one.
Well, they can flex their muscles all they want because they'll be flexing in Arrowhead, and they ain't going to win in Arrowhead. And I got the Kansas City Chiefs. People's been riding them off, including you been riding them off. You say they wouldn't even win their division, and they're on their way to do that maybe in the next two games.
What?
Okay, maybe I'm being sarcastic with that. But I got the Chiefs in this game in Arrowhead, and I think it's going to be the complete opposite. I think the Chiefs will win this convincingly over the Buffalo Bills.
Oh God!
Once again, man, no running game, man. They gotta have some type of running game.
You're gonna be wrong about this one.
Okay, we'll see about that. All right, next game.
Hey, look at him. He saved the last game. Oh, he's so slick. The Bills and Chiefs should have been the last game.
No, why? Why, X? Why?
The Bills and Chiefs are our number 1 and 2 teams in the
hey, nobody care about that. It's about Philly and the Cowboys. Nobody talk about the Bills and Chiefs when you got Philly and the Cowboys coming up.
Stop being a crybaby.
Come on, X. 5-0 versus 4-1. You know what's going on over here.
All right, Sunday night game.
We going eagle hunting.
Look at that. Look at that. They didn't even put the Bills and Chiefs as a Sunday night game, but they put the Cowboys and Eagles as a Sunday night game.
What you thought, baby? What you thought? Who they gonna talk about?
Yeah, so we got the Cowboys and Eagles Sunday night football game. Who we got?
Man, look, I'm going first because I don't care. X ain't gonna do nothing but hate anyway. So let me let y'all know what's going on. This gonna be a crazy game, man. And I feel like it's gonna have its moments, and I feel like it's gonna go back and forth. I think personally in Philly, it's gonna be kind of hard for Cooper Rush. It's gonna be kind of hard for him in Philly, man. That's gonna be a little different atmosphere while they 5-0. If you've been looking online, the Philly fans are looking forward to this more than Super Bowl 52. I'm telling y'all that now. They saying it. They want this game more than anything in the world because it's us. And they know what we doing right now. They know what they doing. If Philly lose to us this week, that whole city gonna be heartbroken. Cloud over it, I guarantee you. And that's what I want. I don't care what they got over there. I hope they all sick, and I hope they all go out like that. But anyways, look, man. I got the Cowboys in a close game because of the defense winning this game by a defensive play that changes the game. I got either a sack by Michael or a pick by Trevor. By Dick. That's going to win this game. It's going to go back and forth. It's going to come down to the defense, and I think that's going to be the thing. And I think Jalen Hurts just might be the one to make that mistake. Let's go.
I actually agree with them. I got the Cowboys upsetting the Eagles because I just think that the defense is gonna find a way. I think they're gonna force 2 to 3 turnovers in this game. They're gonna play the running game tough. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna struggle in this game. I think Zeke's gonna be a little bit of the old Zeke. Don't be surprised if Zeke goes over 100 there, I'd say. I got the Cowboys winning this game. It's gonna be a low scoring game to me. Neither team will get over 24 points. But I do think that the Cowboys will pull this game out because I think they're the more physical team and they're better defensively.
17-14 Cowboys.
The only problem that I have, what you just said right now, is you think it's gonna be an upset. There's no, it's not gonna be no damn upset if the Cowboys win. The Cowboys are 4-1, man. It's not you treating them like they're 1-4, like an upset.
They're projected to lose.
Well, I mean, underdogs prevail sometimes, but
we do.
Let me put this out there because you like to point out my record last week. Before the season started, I picked the Dallas Cowboys to win the division. Let's remember that.
Talk to that shit, talk.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
Well, I got the Cowboys in this game. I just think I think a lot the Eagles, they're gonna run to a buzzsaw with the Cowboys defense, and this is a tough defense, and they're gonna try to make Jalen Hurts throw the ball, and I think they're gonna be one-dimensional in this game, and I think time of possession is gonna be huge for the Dallas Cowboys, and I got the Cowboys winning this game.
Okay. I don't see Mike McCarthy changing nothing and trying to do nothing extra because he'll do the same thing he's been doing and run that ball and control the clock. And I think that's going to be the difference of what Philly hasn't faced this year. Something that can control their game other than what they've been doing. You know
All right, let's go to some college football before we run out of time. College football. Let's go to our winners and losers this week from college football.
Let's go.
Well, I'll go first. My biggest winner is Tennessee. I picked LSU to beat them, and I was so wrong. They didn't just beat LSU. They beat LSU down like they stole something. Hendon Hooker, phenomenal performance. Yeah, I got to go Tennessee as my biggest winner. They showed levels. They showed that they're the elite team. Shout out to Josh Heupel, man. I know Keo remembers that guy from Oklahoma, winning a BCS national championship. But he's doing a good job down there in Tennessee. I'm going to give him his flowers. My biggest loser is Utah. Utah did drop the ball. They dropped the ball early on this year against Florida. They still was ranked number 11. They had a chance to play the number 15 team in UCLA and then turn around and play USC and get themselves back into that playoff picture, and they dropped the ball versus UCLA. Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a good game, 4 touchdowns, I believe, 1 interception. UCLA beat them. So I'm going my biggest loser because now they're out of the race completely in my mind, and that's Utah.
Well, since he took Tennessee, and, I would have rather said this team anyway, my biggest winner is UC. LA, let's go, baby. Because people thought they was gonna get manhandled or Utah had their number, but you know what? UCLA showed that they here. And that quarterback they got doing, man, come on, dog. I got UCLA as my biggest winner, man. My biggest loser was LSU, but X already knew that. X already knew that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what LSU was doing. I didn't like the way they looked. They looked a little rattled to me, X. They look rattled, but I don't know, man. I ain't got really too much to say about LSU because I don't want to hurt your feelings, but they my biggest losers, you know, so we're going to go like that.
My
And their
winner
quarterback didn't look too
is
good at all either, X.
my winner. I'm gonna go with TCU.
Like
They
that.
took down Kansas. People had some type of hope for Kansas, but they had a solid game. Jalen Daniels didn't play in that game. He had like a little shoulder injury, but the backup, Bean, he had a solid game. He had a couple touchdowns in the second half, and um, they just torched them in the second half, man. And Kansas didn't have a chance at all. And then my loser, oh my god, the Oklahoma Sooners, man.
I knew
They
it.
got. I'm glad. I was kind of upset at myself that we didn't pick that game, but then when I saw the game, I was like, "Oh man, I'm glad we didn't pick that game at all." Because it was very bad. This was probably one of the worst Red River rivalry games I've seen in a while. Um, um, they Damn, it was a stomping, man. They shut them out. That's how bad it was in that game, man. And that this was the most embarrassing defeat um Oklahoma ever received by Texas, man. And I feel
That's a
really
fact.
bad for this team, man. Ewers had a very solid game, man. But with that being said, man, got Oklahoma as my losers. All right, last topic for tonight for college football. Who is on the Heisman watch after 6 weeks of football?
I
I
mean,
got something for you.
go ahead, 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 go ahead.
Man, I got to say, Hendon Hooker, man, he looked way different right now, man. What he did versus LSU, 302 yards and 2 touchdowns, man, on that team. I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? He got Alabama next. If he do that versus them, I guarantee he probably take the number one spot, man. He might take the number one spot if he do that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All I'm saying is he just did that LSU, and he's right there now. And he do that with Alabama, you can't put nobody above him. Also, I think you can't not say Dorian Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Like Dorian Thompson is balling. Like he's doing way too much. And what he did for Utah, he's up to 615 yards now. It just I don't really know how you not put him in a conversation of the Heisman Trophy right now after what he just did versus Utah, dog. He got 9 touchdowns.
I'm with them. I think those two guys have added their names to the race of the three guys that everybody has in the race. Come on, man. Hendon Hooker, man. If he wins this week, we're gonna talk about it in a second. Oh, he catapults to maybe arguably the number one spot, depending on how he plays. We know Johnny Manziel. He had his big moment against Alabama, beating Alabama the year he won it. I think if Hendon Hooker wins
Don't
this
bring
game,
up Johnny Manziel.
I'm just saying, if he was to win this game, oh man, everything changes now.
Yeah.
Everything. So yeah, I agree with Bumpy on everything he said. Of course, I still think CJ Stroud's the front runner, but these other guys are definitely putting their name in the hat. So shout out to both of those gentlemen.
Um, I man, CJ Stroud, man.
Don't do that, Keo. Don't do that, Keo. You know what time it is.
CJ Stroud, man, he annihilated that defense for Michigan State. I'm like, what the hell is going on? He threw for 6 touchdowns. Um, and I think oh man, his
He
numbers
had
were
more
ridiculous,
touchdowns than he
man.
had incompletions, Keo.
Huh?
He had more touchdowns than he had incompletions.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think yeah, exactly what you just said right now. He had a phenomenal game, man, and that's a guy that is on the top of the list right now. But a guy that could creep up on the Heisman watch right now is I'm gonna go with Will Anderson from Alabama. He gets to showcase his talents this weekend, and I think the spotlight could definitely be on him. So that's one guy I'm looking for. All right, we're not gonna pick any games, but what's the most intriguing matchup that you guys see in the college football schedule this week?
I mean, Alabama versus Tennessee. Who else want to see
What
that,
we
man? You know what I'm
doing?
saying? Like,
I mean, come on, Keo.
everybody, there's no other. If you want to see something other than that, you just a man of your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this, if you're a college football fan all around, you're looking forward to Alabama versus Tennessee this week, man. They both undefeated, both doing what they got to do, man. And everybody want to see Alabama lose, you know, as always. So, you know what I'm saying? If Tennessee going in and do that, it's going to change the whole college football, everything. So, but I don't see Alabama losing that game, so I got Alabama winning still.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good games on the docket. Let's not kid ourselves. But when you talk about Heisman guys in this race, you talk about national championship possibilities right here. This is two teams that can actually win the national championship. I'm not talking about play for the national championship. I'm talking about win it. That's how good both of these ball clubs are, in my opinion. Hendon Hooker could win the Heisman off of this, not off of this win alone, but this could catapult him, like I said. Bryce Young. You know, this is just a big-time game, bro. It's SEC football. I know my Pac-12 guys don't want to hear that, but it just is what it is. It's the SEC, baby. This is what we do. Yes, this is the game. And Keo, before I even let you go, you slick. You a slickster. I like to point this out to everybody. Keo, you said you trying to be slick. You said, oh, we're not picking games in college football. You know why he said that, Bumpy?
Why?
Because I only lost one game last week in college football. Yeah. He's so slick. I gotta watch him.
Hey, talk your segment, man. Let me hear
it. Hey. Gil, you slick. Last week I said TCU would beat Kansas, right? I was wrong about LSU. I should have picked against Tennessee. I didn't think Tennessee was that good. They're really good. I picked NC State over Florida State. By the way, Keo picked Florida State. I picked Notre Dame upset BYU. Notre Dame upset BYU. And I picked UCLA to upset Utah, which happened. I'm just saying, Keo.
Wow.
All right, man. We'll review our.
Yeah. So whose stock has fallen? Cameron Rising?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that stock looked kind of bad right now. That red zone interception, that was that wasn't good. Them fourth down attempts in the fourth, but that didn't look good. That didn't look good for him. He kind of fell out right now. He don't look good no more. And we ain't gonna talk about Michael Penix Jr. We ain't gonna talk about Michael Penix Jr. He's just all the way. I don't even think he got action no more. But anyway.
All right, we're gonna switch on over to the NBA really quick. We gotta address this topic because you know it's been circulating the sports world. The Draymond Green, Jordan Poole incident. We know what happened with that. How do the Warriors? I mean, how will this impact the Warriors moving forward now with this going on?
I mean, shoot, man, look. At this point in time, to me, I might think Jordan Poole is more valuable than Draymond Green to that Warrior team, man. Jordan Poole is one of them ones, and he helped them out a lot last year. And Draymond, I know he pushed them, and in the streets, you get pushed, you fire. I know how I go in the streets. But that's your teammate, man. It's like you tried to really take him out the game. Like, you know, you could have pushed him. I don't know, man. I can't really. It's hard to speak in that situation. I know that's hot. It's right there, thin line. But you know, the way he hit him, It's like it was more behind that. Whatever he said, it must have been some hidden anger, or he said something that old boy didn't want to hear ever in life, because that was a crazy punch, man. So I would feel like if they had to make a choice, I mean, you would want to go with Jordan Poole, younger, and he showed you what he got and with the potential that he has. But I know what Draymond brings to the team, man, and if they can get over it, maybe they can. I don't know. Draymond got into it with everybody, but I don't think everybody took that punch. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be hard for me to play with that guy after that. You know what I'm saying? Especially trying to get my get back. I don't think I'd be able to play with him. Just gonna tell you the truth. Like, I'm not gonna be able to run around, play ball like after hit me like that. Nah, man. My shit circulate. I'm viral in the world. They done leaked that footage. I would not be able to play with this dude like that. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like they want to make a move if they want the Jordan Poole they had last year and more, in my opinion.
Hey, I'm waiting for that Draymond bar in one of your next battles. I'm gonna be waiting.
I mean, Bumpy does have a battle coming up.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Bumpy, man. I'll go check him out, man. But yeah, but this is tough, bro. This is tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I would be sitting there like, dang, bro. How can we keep this team together with the way that just happened? Like Bumpy said, it went viral. How, if you're the Golden State Warriors, did you let that go viral?
How
did you let that get put out there? Let me tell you something.
Their whole video team should be fired, X.
We play sports. We coach sports. There's fights all the time between teammates. That's nothing new. I want to put that out there to the world. But this doesn't happen. You don't get the footage. What happens in the locker room stays in the locker room. That's the brothers. You have an issue, you'll solve it. How y'all gonna solve it? But it don't go out there to the world. And this is a bad look for the Warriors, in my opinion. I will say this. I do think that I know what Bumpy was saying, when you get pushed, that's what it is. But Draymond walked up on him, what he was supposed to do. Like, you can't be all up on me, cuz. Back up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's crazy to me. But I think that ultimately, man, I think they're not going to win the championship because of this. I think they're going to have to either cut ties with Draymond or Jordan Poole, and I do think it's going to hinder them from winning the championship this year. For me, they take a step back as far as the championship, and that's crazy because they're coming off the championship win. They should have been better this year because Poole was getting better. You're getting Wiseman back. I'm just thinking that this is going to hurt them moving forward.
Yeah, I think this is it's going to be a huge distraction. I don't know what's going on with the NBA lately. They've been in the news for the wrong reasons. First, it was Ime Udoka. Now you got Draymond Green. I mean, the seasons we're already in preseason play already, and you got things like this going on. But I think it's going to be a huge distraction moving forward. And the Warriors, they got a huge decision to make because they got some restricted free agents. You got Andrew Wiggins, you got Jordan Poole, and you got Draymond Green. So they got to figure out what they want to do with this situation, because I know you have fights and practices and games like that behind the scenes. Obviously, we were able to see it, so the media completely took over it and they kind of controlled that narrative. Imagine if we seen footages of Shaq and Kobe getting into fights and arguments. Imagine how that would have turned out. So I think things like this do happen in practice, but yeah, I think Draymond Green, he said he's going to take some time off, and I think there's something going on with him. I think it's more of a personal thing. It has nothing to do with basketball. He did apologize to Jordan Poole. I mean, if that happened to you guys, would you guys accept Draymond's apology, and would you guys be able to work as teammates again moving forward?
I said no.
I'm gonna tell you, me now, I'm so much of a difference. I'm a lot older now. You know, I'm a lot older. You're talking about somebody that's pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? So, but me at Jordan Poole's age, man, we fight every time you come into the gym. There's no way. Hands on deck. I don't care how big you are. I gotta get my get back. And let me tell you, what's gonna make it even harder is every time you're gonna try to act macho with anybody, they're gonna say, "Why you didn't do all that with Draymond?" That's the first thing everybody's gonna say. From the girls he dates to his friends to his family to the other.
I mean, in his defense, he pushed as he was supposed to do, get a nigga out his face. A nigga fired, and he never got out of that. You know what I'm saying? He buckled. So he couldn't even respond. All the people was there. He never got a chance to. So in his defense, he couldn't do nothing.
But dog, he got the red treatment. He got the red treatment. Smoky over the body. You got knocked.
Damn.
Wow. All right, man. Let's go to our last topic before we wrap up the show, man. MLB playoffs has already kicked off. Some of the baseball games start tomorrow, so the divisional series starts. So really quick, we're just doing our first round picks for tonight. So let's start up with the National League. We got the Phillies and the Braves.
I got the Braves, man. Even though they're down 0-1, I think they're gonna come back. They're gonna shake back. They're gonna get it. The Braves are a good ball club. The Phillies, they're in the same division. The Braves had a better record. They won the division. I'm going with the Braves. I think the Braves are gonna find a way to get it. I think the Braves are gonna win in 6.
Hey, okay, I see you out here. I got the Phillies winning tonight, and I got the Phillies.
No, I'm talking about the series. The series, not the
Phillies
game.
won last night, game 1.
Oh,
No,
you talking about
the series, the entire series.
Yeah, the Braves. I got the Braves.
Yeah, I got the Braves too. I
Shout out to
think
you
it
to the
will
block
go down. Yeah, it ain't gonna be a fun week for him. Because the Eagles playing the Cowboys also. But I got the Braves also, man. I think the Braves, after what they did last year, I think they're still a solid team, and I think they'll come back and beat the Phillies. All right, this is one of my favorite matchups in the playoffs in the first round. We got the San Diego Padres versus the LA Dodgers.
I don't know why it's one of your favorites. The Dodgers are going to sweep the Padres. Are you kidding me?
Dodgers.
The Dodgers are going to sweep the Padres. What?
Dodgers.
The Padres, they're getting swept.
I guarantee you the Dodgers won't sweep the Padres.
Oh, God.
I think this game, they got San Diego, LA. They both got some power hitters on there, but I think if it gets to very late in the game, I like the Padres' chances because I think they have a better bullpen rotation. But with that being said, I'm taking the Dodgers to win the series.
How many games?
I'm gonna say 4-2.
6. Okay. The Dodgers up 3-0 right now in the third innings.
Yeah, and then tomorrow's matchup, man, pitching matchup, they got Darvish versus Kershaw, man. That's gonna be very interesting. Hopefully, Kershaw blows it. All right, let's go to our next.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the American League. The Seattle Mariners are back in the playoffs, and they'll be facing the Houston Astros.
Yeah, they're gonna be out in 5.
Wow.
I mean, come on, man. What we doing here, man? The Astros are not playing with the Mariners, man. The Mariners got past. Oh, I think it was Toronto. Come on, man. They're not doing that. They're not doing that with the Astros.
I don't see it happening, man.
5 games. It could be a sweep. I got the Astros.
But Houston is just better, period. They're just better all around.
They're just better.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston also. I'm going to say 5 games also. I think Astros, they're trying to win this thing. And Mariners are just glad to be there. All right, next matchup. Even though I know who you guys got, I'm gonna ask anyways. The Cleveland Guardians. That sounds kind of weird, but it's the Cleveland Guardians versus the New York Yankees.
Hey! Shout out to my man. I shouted out easy. I'm shouting out my dog Fonz. Fonz, you my guy. But y'all getting smoked in this one. I got the Yankees. But I'll say it goes 6 though. It'll go 6, but I got the Yankees.
I got the Yankees too, though. That's not an argument. Them other teams are you talk about teams that people that just glad to be there. Like you're just happy to be there. You know what I'm
Yo, yo, Fonz, your team is gonna get smoked,
The
but
Guardians.
but I do got you winning against 40 bars though. So with that being said, man, I definitely got the New York Yankees.
Wow, that's breaking news. He picked somebody to be 40. Golly. He'll never
Come on, man. That's the landlord, man. Rents due.
Ah, Kia, you're the biggest party fan I know.
Oh,
Right. I was surprised at that too, man.
Hey, man. I'm probably gonna hear from her soon. But with that being said, man, I got the Yankees, man. Yankees over the Guardians. I think the Guardians will take one game, but I think it's gonna be all Yankees in this series. All right, that concludes our show. Let's go to our shout outs.
Salute. I appreciate it, dog, man. You already know NBS stuff, man. Make sure y'all check in, tap in with Keo, NBS Show, the Sports Junkie, man. Follow him on all platforms, man. Make sure y'all tap in. NBS, man. Salute, man. We out.
Yes, sir. I'll go next, Keo. I'll let you wrap up the show. Shout out to Keo. Keo did some stuff for me, man, behind the scenes. Appreciate you, my brother, man. It was fire, too. It's fire. I know my student athletes are going to be excited about that. Shout out to Bumpy, man. Y'all go check out his next battle where he's probably going to have a bar about Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. I'll be looking out.
I didn't even plan on having that either. I really didn't. But I can still write that right now. You know what I'm saying?
And with that being said, LSU, man, don't do me like that. Don't make me look bad on air, man. Y'all supposed to show love to me. What we doing? With that being said, Buffalo in a landslide over the Chiefs.
Yo, shout out to X, shout out to Bumpy, shout out to the whole NBS team. And make sure you go follow, subscribe to the channel, man, and catch us on all social media platforms. But with that being said, man, I'll probably see you guys on Friday, man. And we're going to be dropping some more content with you guys, man. I got a couple exclusives dropping soon. But with that being said, this is the NBS Show, and we'll see you guys next week.